Did Islam Makhachev just expose Ilia Topuria's weakness? And why did Topuria suddenly go off on Khabib's entire team? It is a new war, but this isn't just trash talk, it's personal. With the lightweight title on the line, what's really going on behind the scenes, and who's actually scared? Chapter 1, the Cold War of Topuria and Makhachev. At the center of this storm are two powerhouses, Islam Makhachev, the dominant Dagestani grappler and protege of Khabib Nurmagomedov, and Ilia Topuria, the undefeated Spanish-Georgian striker with the swagger of a rock star and the fire of a born fighter. While the next official bout is Ilia Topuria versus Charles Oliveira for the vacant lightweight title at UFC 317, scheduled for June 28th, 2025, during International Fight Week in Las Vegas. It's a third name, Islam Makhachev, that's suddenly dominating the headlines. And why? Because Islam just dismantled Topuria's latest statement in brutal fashion. Usually reserved and tactical with his words, Makhachev didn't hold back this time. He called out Topuria's bravado as little people.
To fight me.
That makes sense. Give the chance third time from the same guy. Okay, I beat the Volkanovski twice. People still say you beat small guy.
Yeah.
He's not your weight division. If I beat Topuria, it's gonna be the same. Everybody gonna talk same. If I
go up,
takes a second belt, this is a legacy.
Topuria never one to stay silent, unleashed in return. But this time, he didn't just go after Islam, he went after Khabib Nurmagomedov's entire team, labeling them cowards, protected fighters, and paper champions who never fight outside their comfort zone. Islam hides behind Khabib's legacy. Topuria snapped during a fiery post-interview. He knows he'd get folded if he fought me. Now, with Topuria set to face Oliveira, all eyes are watching not just the fight, but how this Cold War between him and Islam evolves. Because once UFC 317 ends, the next war may just begin. Chapter 2, the UFC 317 Missed Opportunity. Originally, UFC 317 was supposed to be the battleground for a generational clash. Islam Makhachev versus Ilia Topuria, a fight fans were already calling the next Khabib versus Conor. But just when it seemed inevitable, something unexpected happened. Islam Makhachev vacated the lightweight belt. Instead of facing Topuria, he announced plans to move up to welterweight and pursue a second championship. And it was a strategic play, no doubt. Islam, a four-time defending champ in the lightweight division and boasting a stellar 27 for one UFC record, saw an opportunity. With Jack Della Maddalena newly crowned after defeating Belal Muhammad at UFC 315, the timing was perfect for a move. A two-division legacy, more money, less risk, and a shot to do what Khabib never attempted, dominate multiple weight classes. But Topuria wasn't impressed. In fact, he was furious. Chapter 3, as the belt shuffle and Topuria's path. Earlier this year, Ilia Topuria vacated his featherweight title, an undefeated fighter at 16-0, riding a wave of momentum to chase the lightweight belt, fully expecting to face Makhachev. UFC 317 was supposed to be his coronation. Now he'll square off with Charles Oliveira for the vacant lightweight strap on June 28, 2025, in Las Vegas. Topuria took to social media and made his feelings known. On June 28th, another dream will come true, he wrote. Charles, my apologies in advance. I'm just fighting for my dreams. It's unfortunate that Makhachev ran away. This stung the fan base. Many saw Islam's move not as brilliance, but as evasion. Why walk away from the fire just when the division was heating up? While Islam sets his sights on Jack Della Maddalena, fans are left watching what could have been the biggest fight of the year slip away for now. Chapter 4. War of words escalates. things got uglier from there. Makhachev didn't hold back. In a rare, scathing statement, he fired, "Difference between me and you, I cleaned top list in my division, moved to next. You ran away from 2 contenders. You were nobody in lightweight. Just a big mouth from Spain with a nice haircut. Go get a belt, then we can talk, boy." Topuria wasn't going to let that slide. "The difference between you and me is I am a man, you are a coward. I speak and fight, you talk and hide. Batson, you're just a little boy." Just like that, the rivalry was no longer just hype. It was real. The MMA world exploded with opinions. Some fans called this the dumbest beef ever, disappointed that the two could have fought, but chose different paths. Others believe this is all part of the long game. Let Topuria win the belt. Let Islam win by 170. And meanwhile, Islam's status as the #1 pound-for-pound fighter is now under the microscope. Detractors point out that many of his most prominent victories were against featherweights, Alexander Volkanovski being the most notable. Critics argue that he's avoided fighting true lightweights like Topuria in their prime. Supporters, however, praise his ironclad victories over Dustin Poirier, Charles Oliveira, and others, noting that Islam has already done more in terms of title defenses than Khabib ever did. Chapter 5: Future Scenarios and Predictions. While many believe Topuria has the tools to conquer the lightweight division, not everyone's sold on his chances against Makhachev. American top teams Grant Dawson stirred the pot by outright claiming that Makhachev would have had an easy time handling Topuria had the Dagestani remained at 155. Dawson praised Makhachev's size, strength, cardio, and technique, arguing that the combination would overwhelm El Matador with little resistance. Fans who adore Topuria's fast, ferocious striking and unshakable confidence didn't take too kindly to that, but the tension has made the stakes even juicier. Meanwhile, Michael Bisping, always the realist with a flair for storytelling, offered fans a silver lining. According to the former middleweight champ, this saga is far from over. He believes destiny is still very much in play. If Islam Makhachev successfully dethrones Jack Della Maddalena at 170 and Topuria takes down Charles Oliveira at UFC 317, we might just witness history in the making. That scenario sets the stage for a colossal showdown, a 2-division champ versus a rising superstar with dreams of conquering 3 weight classes. Bisping boldly stated that with Topuria's charisma and fan base, the UFC could be compelled to push that narrative hard, making a champion versus champion super fight a reality in late 2025 or early 2026. This sets up a blockbuster future scenario. Should everything align, this won't just be a fight. It'll be a spectacle. Ilia, chasing triple gold, would become the first man to ever seriously pursue championships in 3 divisions. With the ghosts of Cejudo and Alex Pereira teasing similar feats in the past, Topuria's ambition feels like destiny knocking. The UFC, always hungry for the next blockbuster, won't let this slip if the stars align. And let's be real, Dana White lives for this kind of chaos. So where do we stand after all the madness? Ilia Topuria has shaken up the featherweight division, boldly stepped into lightweight, and lit a fire under Islam Makhachev with bold accusations and unstoppable momentum. Makhachev, on the other hand, is focused on double champ glory at welterweight, potentially eyeing the most dangerous version of his legacy yet, and somewhere in the middle, the UFC fan base is frothing at the mouth, craving this high-stakes battle of giants. If Makhachev crushes Jack Della Maddalena and Topuria steamrolls Charles Oliveira, UFC matchmakers better have contracts printed and gold-plated. We could witness one of the most iconic matchups in MMA history, a champion-champion duel that transcends belts, countries, and egos. But if one of them stumbles, poof, the fight becomes another what-if in the UFC vault of missed moments. And that, folks, would be a damn shame. But let's not end on a sour note, because the final chapter isn't written yet. This isn't just about belts or rankings. This is about pride, ambition, and the kind of legacy that gets etched into MMA lore forever. Whether it happens in a stadium packed to the rafters or in Las Vegas under the lights, Islam versus Topuria has the potential to be the fight of the decade. And so, if you're a fight fan, hold on to your seats, polish your favorite walkout tune, and stay tuned. Do you think Topuria's the real deal, or is Islam just too dominant? Who takes it if they meet? Let's get crazy in the comments, because one way or another, the future of MMA is about to explode.